Good morning. Birdie here with Redbird Designs, and I am doing my day 4 paint challenge. Sure, if you're able to hop on and chat, let me know. Say hi. Excuse me. Good morning. I am on day 4 of my my February flower art challenge. And day 4. I am going to paint some daylilies. So if you're just catching one of my lives with this, I am challenging myself to paint every day in February with a flower. And I have an old book that I'm repurposing. So I've got this old children's book called Finders Keeper. Here was day 1, day 2, day 3, and now we are on day 4. And I'm doing, excuse me, I'm doing a timed paint challenge. So I'm going to paint for 30 minutes. And I'm also trying to paint every letter of the alphabet. We'll see how that goes. So today I've chosen Daylilies, and I like using this app called Pixabay to find paintings, to find images to paint from for inspiration. You just type what you want in and go. Let's get my timer started. So let's see. So now to choose an image, I think I'm going to just do one where I see the single flower. And I'm going to do a yellow one. So let's see, let's find the image I want. Sometimes even this is the hard part. Okay, here's one. We'll do this one. So I think I'm going to download this real quick, just so that I can kind of zoom in on it. So I'll save it to my library. And then go find it. Let's see, where am I at here? All photos. There it is. Okay, we are ready. So if you like painting or have been wanting to try painting, this is a great little challenge to get started, or just be inspired to paint something if you are a seasoned painter. I'd love to have you join me. We have a Facebook group called, excuse me, oh, it's too early in the morning. Create Art, and it's a group where we just share our artwork. It's a safe place where you can share your art with other like-minded artists. And we'd love to have you join. If you want to share your art, share your progress, if you want to join the challenge, the link is in my bio if you're on TikTok, and then also if you are on Facebook, the link is in the comments. We'd love to have you join us. So I always start my paintings off with a quick wash, tone the canvas, tone the surface, and it gets me in the mood. So I was thinking about the challenge and the prospect of painting every day for 28 days, I guess. And that can seem like a lot. And can seem overwhelming. And sometimes, some days, can feel like a chore. So if you have ever tried to paint every day or just kind of create a habit of painting, sometimes that can feel like a big chore. And I just wanted to share my tips for that. Sometimes it's helpful to create some things we do before we paint to get us ready. So most times I like to light a candle and turn some music on, try and find a quiet place if that's possible. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Shut my door to my office. And like I said, create an inviting environment, I guess, can help get us thinking that it is more of a luxury spa type scenario as opposed to a chore or something that we have to do. And so kind of just changing that mindset can help by creating that environment. So we are all so busy, and finding time is sometimes hard. So I'm just sketching out my flower here. And if sketching makes you nervous, if you're just beginning to start painting and the idea of sketching or just getting the shape in is a roadblock, don't feel like you have to sketch. You could take this image and turn it into a black and white and then print it out, and then just using some graphite paper, you can get these main shapes in or on your surface. Right, so don't let the idea of sketching stop you either. That is something that comes with practice. Um, but we don't want it to be a deterrent in our painting either. Okay. Kind of got some greenery happening out here. There we go. I think I'm gonna need, where's my red? I need to make a little bit of some orange. So I grabbed my red. I'm mixing a little bit of white with my yellow to tone it down a little bit, but also help get some coverage to cover the blue-green background. So tomorrow will be day 5. Wait, where are we? Yes, day 5. And it will be the letter E. And just off the top of my head, I cannot think of a flower that starts with E. So if you know one, throw it in the comments. Obviously, I can Google it, but and if you're new here, I am not a flower expert by any means. I just love painting them. And so if you follow along, hopefully I don't butcher the names of flowers too bad. But I'm sure it's bound to happen. Okay, let's get some orangey color happening here. Good morning, and make sure to hit the follow button, and so you can catch the lives, be notified when we go live, and follow along in the challenge. I've got this orange here, but I'm not sure if I like it. I might just mix my own, which I typically prefer to do, but we'll see how it goes. This looks really too bright. Maybe I can tone just this orange down here. I guess you can't see that, can you? Let's scoot that over. Should be my palette here. We're getting there. So let's get some of that darker orangey in here. There we go. It's starting to take shape. We're getting some more layers in. Paintings are always about layers. They always go through an ugly stage before they get better. Each layer you put down just adds more detail, more texture, more depth. So always just continue on. When it's not looking the best, remember, the next layer is going to add more to it. right, what do you guys think? All right, let's bring some little, get some light yellow going. Some, it's a little orange though. All right, we've got these little pieces coming out, so we will draw in those. I'm going to start with my orange. And they come out and kind of curve around. And they get lighter. And then we will make a dark color for the tips of those. I'm going to use red and green. All right. All right. Let's see, what do we got for time left? We got about 4 minutes, so I'm going to just maybe darken up the background just a little bit. This green, a little bit of some yellow. Okay. I am culling that good. So if you're just joining or caught the last bit of this live, I've been kind of quiet, just kind of in the moment of painting, but we are doing a paint challenge. And I am challenging myself to paint a flower every day of the month of February. So if you'd like to join, I'd love to have you join us. We do have a group where you can share your work. It's called Create Art. The link is in my bio, and you can just come in and share or watch our lives. We also do other painting tutorials in that group, so if you enjoy painting, looking for inspiration, looking for new tips and tricks, then come join our group. I'm just looking at this, trying to decide what it needs, but I think I'm just going to call it. I think it just needs some dark areas here. Okay, I've got 7 seconds here. I did start the timer a little bit early, so I'm just going to bring in some dark areas here. So the challenge is paint a flower for every day in February. I'm also trying to keep my paintings to 30 minutes. Those are the stipulations I've put on myself. And also, I'm trying to paint a different letter in the alphabet every day. So tomorrow is E. And off the top of my head, I have no idea what flower starts with E. So if you know of a flower that starts with E, throw it in the comments. Let's just soften this out down here. Keep the dark, but soften it. Okay. We are calling that good. Let's label it. Let me find a dry spot here. So this is the Daylily. And I am the worst speller as well. All right, guys. So day 4 is in the books. There's day 1, day 2, and day 3. And now day 4 is done. So thanks for hanging out with me this morning. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. And we will chat with you later. Bye.